What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to Paul's Wrath. My name is JD, and today we're continuing with our series of figure the best grass-type Pokemon is in Generation 1 Pokemon Blue. We've already played through with Victreebel, Venusaur. Today we're going to play through with Vileplume. Vileplume is known as the flower Pokemon. Let's look at the stats of Vileplume's. HP is 75, attack is 80, defense is 85, special is 100, and speed is 50. Its biggest detriment or biggest downside of this Pokemon is its speed. We will get outsped in some situations, and it also will affect our critical hit rate. Let's go and look at the level up moveset for this Pokemon. Stun Spore, we will not use. Sleep Powder is a huge advantage. Acid, 40 base power, 60 with stab. It can lower the opposition's defense, and it can poison. Petal Dance is great. It works kind of like Thrash. It hits, and once it hits for 3 to 4 turns. We can actually wipe out a whole team with this one move and save our power points. We also get confused whenever Petal Dance is done Petal Dancing. We don't use Poison Powder at all in this playthrough. Stun Spore, like I said, we're not going to use. And if we got rid of Sleep Powder, we relearn to get it to level 19. But why would we get rid of one of our biggest advantages? Sleep Powder definitely helps us. This is where Venusaur had a huge disadvantage. Sleep Powder makes it so if we have a battle, we might not be able to win because we have a type disadvantage, or we just don't have a good move, or maybe we're not leveled high enough. Sleep Powder can put the opposite in sleep and gives us the advantage because sleeping mechanics are just broken in Generation 1. And then Acid and Petal Dance are great stab moves. We will eventually get a really good TM move, which we're going to go over right now. We will get Swords Dance. We're going to utilize that. Every Pokemon that can use Swords Dance is a huge advantage of this Pokemon. It ups your attack stat by 2 stages and does the badge boost. We will not use Toxic. Body Slam will replace Stun Spore / Poison Powder at some point, and then we're going to have a good physical move that will pair up with Swords Dance eventually. We won't use Takedown. We won't use Double Edge. Hyper Beam will be used in Elite 4. Won't use Rage. Mega Drain will be used for a little bit in this playthrough. I don't think I've used it with any other grass type yet, but Mega Drain will be used. 40 base power, 60 with stab. It does replenish our health. Not a bad move, but it's not great. Solar Beam won't use. Mimic will be used in the Elite 4, especially against Agatha. Double Team can't be used. Reflect won't be used. Buy won't be used. And Rest will be the last move on this TM list we will use. Substitute and Cut won't be used. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the actual playthrough. Our first battle will be against our rival in Oak's Lab, as per tradition. Our rival's name is Lycanthrope. We gave him a Charmander. We named our Pokemon Mira. I don't know why I named it Mira, but it was like the top one on Ranker, so that's why I picked it. We're going to move our moves around, and Acid will be a 2-hit. We beat our rival pretty handily, super easy, barely an inconvenience. We leveled to level 6, and that's kind of going to showcase a little bit of our level up rate, and we'll go over that here in a minute. But right now, we're going to go right into our second rival battle, and this is where Sleep Powder comes in handy. We are 3 levels lower, which is a pretty big deal in the early game, and we do get hit by a Quick Attack, which does 6 damage, but what we don't want here in this battle is to get hit by Sand Attack, which will lower our accuracy, and we're going to move right on to Charmander. Now, Charmander doesn't have a fire move right here, so just putting it to sleep just minimizes the possibility of getting hit by Scratch and getting a crit or whatever, but we beat our rival, and we're going to move right on to the Bug Forest. The Bug Forest, we're going to skip a few things. This is kind of the advantage that Vileplume has of going third after you see how Victreebel and Venusaur did in the Bug Forest. We just go right for Acid, don't use any other moves. Acid will do just well enough against the bug types that you don't even have to, it's not going to waste that much time. And while we're in here, we'll go over a couple things. We are Grass Poison. We don't need to pick up an antidote because we're not going to get poisoned because we're Poison type. Grass type's a huge advantage early because Brock and then you have Misty. They're both weak to grass moves, and then you have a resistance to Lieutenant Surge. And then we're also in the medium slow growth rate. So our first battle, whenever you fight the first rival battle and you level up, that means you're in a pretty good level up rate. So medium slow, it's one of the better ones to have. And we critical hit at 9.77% of the time. That is our speed enacted right there. Our critical hit in Generation 1 is correlated to your speed. So as we move into Brock's Gym and face a Million Light Years Trainer, you're going to see how good Petal Dance is. We hit Petal Dance one time, and it's going to sweep both these Pokemon very good. We didn't even heal. We went right from Bug Forest right into Brock's Gym, didn't even worry about healing. And now we're going to go ahead and face Brock himself. Wakanda Forever, and Geodude comes out. Petal Dance will one-shot the Geodude. And we're going to one-shot the Onix. Very good. We get a pretty easy win. We level 14. We're going to leave Brock's Gym with the Boulder Badge and go right into Mount Moon. Mount Moon's pretty easy. Nothing here is of consequence. We got a Rare Candy and an Ether. And now we're facing the Super Duper Nerd, and we're just going to spam Acid until we get this win. Grimer goes down. Voltorb goes down as well. And I was going to switch to Petal Dance, I think, here. I think maybe I thought the wrong move got disabled, but we're just going to stick with Acid. We're doing pretty good. We're not even taking that much damage back. So we beat the Super Duper Nerd. We're going to grab the Dome Fossil. Oh, hell, the Dome Fossil. I know if I didn't tell you, you're going to ask. Actually, no, I think we go ahead and ask. Common Script for YouTube algorithm. Shout out to my guy, Drybread. And now we're in Missy's Gym, where I'm going to showcase really the full power of Petal Dance. Petal Dance one-shots the Horsey, one-shots the Shelter. It's great that you don't even have to click. These battles are so fast. That battle took like 6 seconds. And this battle's going to take even less. This one takes 4 seconds. So we beat that trainer. That trainer could actually be quite harmful because it has Peck. And we're going to move right on to Misty. And Misty's going to get one shot on the Starmie by Petal Dance. So one shot. And now we're going to move right on to the Starmie. It's not going to be a one shot with Starmie, but we're going to get a 2 shot. We barely take any damage back. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. The early game really is going well for Vileplume to move right into our third rival battle on the Nugget Bridge. And he's going to lead out with a Pidgeotto. Pidgeotto, like I said, we're going to use Sleep Powder, put it to sleep, go for Acid. And what we're doing right now is we're just basically avoiding all that nasty little sand attack crap that Pidgeotto can do. We're going to one-shot the Abra, one-shot the Rattata. We're going to one-shot the Charmander. We did, because if we got a critical hit, a rare critical hit with our critical hit rate being that low, but we'll take the critical hit when we can get it. And that leads us right onto another thing that looks like a bridge, but it's actually a dock, and go right onto the SS Ant. The SS Ant's not a lot here we can do, but we do get a huge upgrade on our moveset. So right now we have Poison Powder. We replace Stun Spore with Poison Powder. We're about to pick up Body Slam and replace Poison Powder with Body Slam. And so now we have a good physical damaging move, and eventually that physical damaging move will pair up really nicely with Swords Dance. So we're going to go ahead and face our rival. Go for Body Slam. It's not a one-shot. We do get Sand Attack, so this is where Sleep Powder would have been helpful. We can avoid that accuracy drop. It doesn't affect us really in this battle, but it can affect us. We do get outsped by Kadabra, so that's concerning. Kadabra is going to be a problem with this Pokemon. We don't have the ability to badge boost. We won't outspeed it in the future. But we do get the win over our rival on Nugget Bridge, and move right on to Lieutenant Surge. Lieutenant Surge really isn't going to be that much of a problem. We actually could do 2 ways of battling this. Like a Petal Dance is one, because we're going to one-shot the Voltorb. We're going to one-shot the Pikachu. Do we one-shot the Raichu? We do not. We do get a 4-turn Petal Dance, which is pretty rare. Usually it's 3 turns, but we'll take the win over Lieutenant Surge and move right onto the Rock Tunnel. We're going to face Boomer the Hiker. Boomer the Hiker, you can probably take a guess what's going to happen here. Petal Dance 1, and we don't even have to click any more buttons other than getting the text to go away. We knock out both of them, and we knock out the last Graveler, get the win, and move right on to Celadon City. Now that we're in Celadon City, we're going to take advantage of some knowledge that we learned in the Victory Bell and the Venusaur playthrough and take on Erica. Erica has a thing called Good AI, where she's just going to spam what she thinks is the most logical move to use. She's going to see us as a grass type, and she's just going to spam Poison Powder. So this battle, even if we don't have a great move for Erica, this battle, it just makes sense to do, to knock it out of the way and just get it done. So we're going to go and face Erica right now. She's going to lead out with a Victory Bell. And like I said, she's just going to spam Poison Powder. And we are poison type, so we can't get poisoned. So I waste some time here trying to put Victory Bell to sleep. I should just go for broke and go right for either Body Slam or Acid. Either one of them is probably going to be a 2 or 3 shot. And like I said, she's just going to spam Poison Powder. Now, Tangela can actually attack us, but it has nothing to attack us with. That's good. And we're going to move right on to Vileplume. Hey, that's us. And Body Slam is going to be a 3 shot. And we take 1 ounce of damage from Constrict from the Tangela. And we're going to move right on to Giovanni number 1. Giovanni number 1, we beat his henchman. And we're going to use 1 move and obliterate his team. And that is Petal Dance. 1 move shot on the Onix, 1 shot on the Rhyhorn. And Kangaskhan is not a 1 shot. We do get a 3 turn, so we get confused, but we just go right into our next Petal Dance, knock it out. Level up, beat Giovanni. He goes, I'm Batman, and disappears. We grab the Silph Scope, the Super Potion, and move right on to our rival in Pokemon Tower. It's going to lead out with the Pidgeotto. We have 2 options here. We can go for Sleep Strats, or we can just go for Body Slam, go for Broke. It doesn't really do a lot of damage to us, so that was not a bad strategy there. Acid 1-shots the Execute. Gyarados comes out with 2 shot with Acid, very good. We're going to go for Body Slam on the Kadabra. We outsped him that time, very good. And then Body Slam will 2-shot the Charmeleon. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. That's going to lead us right into Silphco, where we're not exactly going to go into Silphco and face our rival, but we do have to pick up the best move in the game, which is the Swords Dance. We're going to add Swords Dance. We're going to replace Swords Dance. We're going to replace Acid with Swords Dance. I'm going to rephrase that and move right into our battle against Koga. Now, Koga is a big deal because once we beat him, our speed goes up. So now we're going to go for Sleep Powder on the Coughing. Sludge hits us. It doesn't do that much because we are poison type. And now we're going to step Swords Dance 1, Swords Dance number 2, and Swords Dance number 3. We are fully set up. We should have no problems knocking out all these Pokemon. The only downside is a critical hit would skip over our stat buffs and probably won't knock out some Pokemon. Probably wouldn't knock out the Weezing, for example, like right there. But we get the second Body Slam, knocks it out. Very good. We get a win over Koga. Could have been bad. If we critical hit again, you just never know. It could go for Explosion or Self-Destruct, whatever it is. Now we're going to move right into our battle against Blaine. Now, Blaine will give us a boost to our special, so that's also pretty good. We're going to go ahead and go against Growlithe. We're going to go put him to sleep. Swords Dance 1, Swords Dance 2, and Swords Dance 3. And we should sweep as long as we can outspeed. We should The only downside to the outspeeding part is we could level up right after the Rapidash, which a critical hit could have cost us there as well. And we level up and lose our speed buffs. So he does get to go first, but we body slammed a 2-shot. So we beat Blame pretty easily, and we're going to move right into our rival battle in Silphco. This is rival number 6, and he's going to lead out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, we're going to put to sleep. We don't want anything to happen. It still has Sand Attack at this point, so that's going to be the biggest detriment is Sand Attack. Now, I will say this right now. Somehow the overlay was being very weird and was not showing the opposition's team. In the right side, usually the team pops up, and I don't know why, but it was not working for this video. It is what it is. However, we don't outspeed the Alakazam, we don't outspeed the Charizard. However, we still just one-shot across the board. We get the win over our rival, and it leads us right into a Giovanni number 2 to Avani. And we're going to go ahead and face him. He's going to come out with a Nidorino. We should just go for Sleep Powder. We really don't need to go for Sleep Powder. We can just go for Swords Dance and set up. Sleep Powder is pretty useless here, wasted a turn. But Body Slam's a one-shot Nidorino. It's going to one-shot the Kangaskhan. We're going to use Petal Dance on the Rhyhorn. I don't think Petal Dance is going to do a lot of damage. Oh, did a decent amount of damage against Nidoqueen, so we get a 2-shot. Get the win over Giovanni. Super easy. I'm going to move right into our Sabrina battle. Now, Sabrina, we do have a weakness here. We are Poison type. She is Psychic type. So we do not outspeed. This could be bad. And we're going to go for Sleep Power right away. And we're going to go for a setup. Swords Dance 1, Swords Dance 2, and Swords Dance 3. Now, if you look at our speed, I'm pretty confident we're going to outspeed her, all of our Pokemon now. Knock out the Kadabra. Knock out the Mr. Mime. Venomoth comes out. Body Slam's a knockout. The only thing that could hurt us right now is a critical hit. We do get the knockout over Alakazam. We don't have to worry about that. We beat Sabrina. Move right on to our final gym leader, which is Giovanni number 3. 3 Avani. We're going to save. And we're going to go ahead and face Giovanni. Now, there's a strategy here. You can do 2 ways. You can really go for Petal Dance and risk confusion, or you can just go for Swords Dance. I don't know why we're putting this thing to sleep. This thing cannot hurt us. We outspeed it, and it really just has like Fury Attack. Swords Dance, get fully set up. We're going to Petal Dance. I don't know why I went for Petal Dance. There's no point in setting up if you're going to go for Petal Dance. We knock out. Very good. And now we're confused, and we just go for Body Slam from here. Nope. It's going to go bad, and it goes bad. This is why Petal Dance isn't the greatest move, because our confusion really hurt us there. We're going to get our first reset of the game, which is against Giovanni with a grass type. It does not make sense. It does not compute, but it is what it is. Maybe Petal Dance should be replaced by Mega Drain so it's more consistent, and I don't have to worry about confusion. Maybe that's the strategy there. To start the battle this time, we do not go for Sleep Powder. We just go straight for setup, and we actually get our setup a little bit higher because we get our defense lowered. Now we're Body Slam on the Doug Trio. We're going to go ahead and go for Body Slam on a Nidoqueen. Go for Body Slam on the Nidoking. And we can actually just switch to Petal Dance on the Rhydon. It's going to be a one-shot. Get the win over Giovanni number 3. We get all 8 gym badges, and that leads us right into our final rival battle before the Elite Four. The penultimate rival battle might be a better way to put that. And we're going to face him, and he's going to come out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot no longer has the ability to use not Sleep Powder, Sand Attack. There we go. We have Sleep Powder, not him. Put him to sleep. We're going to go set up number 2, and we get fully set up. Body Slam is not a one-shot because of critical hit. Critical hits are I don't like critical hit. I hate them. Body Slam on the Rhyhorn. It'd be better to go for Petal Dance, but then we're stuck with Petal Dance when you use just like the last battle. I don't want to do that. We knock out the Alakazam. We knock out the Gyarados. We didn't one-shot there. That's very odd to me. However, Charizard comes out. We don't outspeed. We do tank a Flamethrower. We knock him out with Body Slam and move right on to the Elite Four. Now that we're at the Pokemon League, we're about to head in and face the Elite Four. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick look at our stats and our move pool. Stats are as follows. Attack is 148, defense is 154, speed is 111, and special is 173. In the bottom left corner, you see our stats modified with the corresponding badge. Attack is 166, defense is 173, speed is 124, and special is 194. This Pokemon's move pool will be Mega Drain, Body Slam, Sleep Powder, and Swords Dance. This will be modified a little bit throughout the course of the Elite Four. We're going to substitute out Body Slam for, I think, Mimic eventually, and then we're eventually going to replace a move with Hyper Beam. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this playthrough of the Elite Four, with the first member being Lorelei. The Ice Specialist is going to lead out with a Dugong Gong Gong. We're going to put Dugong to sleep. He likes to go to sleep anyway. He likes to go for rest, so we're just going to beat him to the punch, put him to sleep, set up Swords Dance, and we set up one too many Swords Dances there, but we get a Body Slam knockout on the first Pokemon. Mega Drain knocks out the Cloyster. Slowbro goes down to 1 Body Slam. Jinx goes down to 1 Body Slam as well. And Lapras should go down to 1 as well, unless we critical hit, which we don't. We get the win over Lorelei and move right on to the next trainer, which is Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much, but we're going to go ahead and get a quick setup on the Onix. We're going to go Sword Dance. Oh, why we put him to sleep? Why we put him to sleep, Jade? Swords Dance. Let's go over Swords Dance. So there's definitely little things you're seeing where we can make this Pokemon a little bit faster by just not doing certain things, like trying to put Victory Bell to sleep on Erica's team or whatever. It just takes time. We just gotta go right for broke. Knock out the Hitmonlee, the Hitmonchan, Body Slam for both of them. We got Mega Drain on the Onix, and we got Body Slam again on the Hitmonchamp, or the Machamp, I should say, not the Hitmonchamp. And now we're gonna go ahead and save. We're gonna do a rare candy real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and face Agatha. We got the Agatha lottery here. What the strategy here is we're gonna go for Sleep Powder, and we can't see the stats, but we do not outspeed the Gengar. So this is why setting up is important. We're going to go for Dream Eater. We're going to go for setup with Swords Dance. Go put him back to sleep. Now we outspeed, so that's good. Swords Dance 2, Swords Dance 3. Now our speed and all of our stats are boosted. Dream Eater's a one-shot on the Gengar. We're going to go and put Golbat to sleep. It's going to be a one-shot on the Golbat as well. And now we have Haunter coming out. Same thing, put it to sleep. Dream Eater one-shot's very good. We've retained our speed, so we're going to outspeed everything. And as long as we don't misclick or screw it up, or maybe just get a lot of Sleep Powder misses, I guess, we're going to go ahead and sweep our entire team. Full health, we win this battle without any kind of contest, beat Agatha, and move right on to Lance, the Dragon Trainer. Lance will come out with a Gyarados. Gyarados is a great Pokemon to set up on because they really can't do that much to us. So we're going to go ahead and go for Sleep Powder on the Gyarados, Swords Dance 1, Swords Dance 2, and Swords Dance 3. We do want to Sleep Powder this. We don't want to try to set up with impunity, because it can go for, like, you can just get a critical hit on Hyper Beam. It can hurt us. It can get Dragon Rage, can hurt us. A lot of things. But right now we're sweeping. Hyper Beam on the Dragonair, Hyper Beam on the Aerodactyl, or Mega Drain, which one I'm going to go for. Now we don't outspeed the Aerodactyl, so Hyper Beam, we get confused, and we don't get to go for Hyper Beam. We're going to replenish some of our health. Hyper Beam finally gets knocked out on the Aerodactyl. Very good. And then Dragonite goes down to 1 Hyper Beam. So we're fully set up. We get the win. And now we're going to face our final battle of the game, the champion, our rival, Lycansub. He leads out with a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, we want to go for Sleep Powder. It does have a very powerful flying move right now in Sky Attack. If it hits us, it will one-shot us. So what we want to do is we want to get set up one more time. And we get one more Swords Dance in, and now we should be able to sweep his entire team. Hyper Beam's a one-shot on the Pidgeot. Alakazam's a one-shot. And now we have to deal with Rhydon. We'll go ahead and go for Mega Drain. It's a one-shot as well. Very good. If we had lower health there, it would have replenished it. But we get to knock out one shot on the Executor, one shot on the Gyarados. And we have one Pokemon left. I don't know why. I just switched into an accent there. But we knock out the Charizard, and we get a time of 43 minutes and 4 seconds. So we get a time locked into the Elite Four in the Hall of Fame. And now at the time set, we have 43 minutes and 4 seconds. That's a very solid playthrough for its first time. I do think there's definitely room for improvement. I mean, you saw the same playthrough I did. There's a lot of times we're just clicking on the wrong thing, and we want to set up 4 Swords Dances rather than 3 when you only need 3. And putting Pokemon to sleep, you don't need to put to sleep, etc., etc. Let's look at our tier list. With a time like that, where does that put Vileplume? That puts Vileplume right smack dab here, right next to Lapras. It's actually 1 second slower than Lapras. Now, keep in mind, Lapras was its second playthrough with the time that we're talking about today. So it is 1 second slower than Lapras. I do highly anticipate this Pokemon beating Lapras and getting a better time than Lapras. I would definitely put money on that, because we have some room for improvement, we definitely have with this Pokemon. But as we're looking at it now, we've played through 3 grass-type Pokemon, and the worst grass-type Pokemon is actually the grass starter in Venusaur, and all 3 of them are like 46 minutes or faster. Like Venusaur's 46 minutes and a couple seconds, whereas Vileplume and Victory Bell are both sub 45, and I would venture to say that both of them are going to get this done under 40 minutes when I do my optimized playthrough. Now, here's the thing that's going to happen as we progress through these playthroughs. I get better at the game. I understand the game better. I understand more mechanics of the game. So we're going to have a little bit of trade-off where we're not going to have these big gaps between first playthrough and second playthrough, because I'm just more knowledgeable of the game. However, I do think there's room for improvement for all 3 of these grass types. Venusaur, I suspect, will be in the S tier after my second playthrough. Victory Bell and Vileplume, I hope are going to be in the sub 40 tier with the times that they got today. But with that being said, I think this Pokemon's pretty solid. I think it does a very good job. I think the only downside to it is its speed, and I think that's its biggest hindrance, because there is some things that outsped us. It didn't really cost us any battles, but it is something that we just have to keep in mind for the next round, because the next round, we're probably going to cut out some training. We're going to cut out as much as we can. So we're going to get there at a lower level, which means we're going to get there at a lower speed, and we just got to find a way to compensate for that. And luckily we have a great moveset to do that, or not a great moveset, but the perfect moves to do that with Body Slam and Swords Dance and whatnot. But that's my video. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We have a playthrough coming out next week. Next week we're playing through with Tangela. And I'm probably going to do a what-if scenario this week. I will have a what-if scenario for Tangela in Generation 2's moveset in Generation 1. That's going to be exciting to do. But I have looked at some other things that we can do with this Pokemon. And I do have some Generation 2 stuff. If you didn't see, I posted a video on Wednesday. It was Pineco, which evolves into Fortress in Generation 2. And I do plan on doing a Fortress fully optimized. Put this thing on steroids. How can it do? I'm thinking about bringing a move from Generation 3. It gets access to Earthquake and Dig. So I think those moves are going to be something we're going to try to utilize with Fortress in Generation 2, along with an Egg move that's going to make it a little bit better in the early game. But without further ado, that's my video. Let me just think in the comment section down below. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Comment down below who your favorite Generation 1 Pokemon is if you made it this far. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.